In this video, we will discuss, I will show you how to deal with knight c6, move in Panno variation in King's Indian defense. Knight c6 is considered the strongest alternative. So in this position, yeah, there is knight to d7 and knight c6. Knight c6 is more popular nowadays, and it is recommended by many strong players. So this video is dedicated to advanced players. So this video is for advanced players. Minimum rating 1800, 700 minimum. Yeah. Okay. Knight to c6. What to do? If you want to know how to deal with knight the knight b to d7, in the description you will find the link to another video in which I covered sorry. Okay, knight to c6. What to do? What to do? The main move here is knight to c3. Knight to c3 is the main move, but in my practice, I played d5 in this position. This was my favorite move. Very important to play d5 when the knight is on b1. Yeah? This is very important move. Knight to e5, the main move here. Knight f to d2. And here black has two options. First is c5. The idea is to stop d4. Yeah. And the second move is c6. Before it doesn't work here because of 98. Yeah. So it's possible. But after c6, very good move is knight to a3. Knight to a3. Also, there is a3 move. I played this, but it's not good because, yeah, in case of c take d5, knight d7, rook a2, this idea here works very well. But the problem that there is e6 move, very unpleasant. I don't like this move, and black is totally fine here. So for this reason, after c6, very clever move is knight to a3. Very clever. The idea that after c take d5, e6, we can take knight to b3, and white is slightly better because black has isolated pawn. For example, in the following games was played knight to c6, knight to b5, d5, bishop to e3. Typical idea, yes, when you fight against isolated pawn, you have to fight for the square before isolated pawn. So bishop e3, knight g4, bishop c5, rook a. So white has a clear advantage. In the game was played this. Sorry, the game was played knight g2e5, and here white decided to make transposition, yeah, and to take on f6. Yeah, this move has a big disadvantage because now black pawn d5 is not a problem. Yes, it is, but black has another problem. The king is very weak, and white has a bishop pair advantage. But this bishop is passive, and for this reason, white try to improve this and play this. Okay, white has a clear advantage, and soon white win the game. Okay, very important. c6, knight to a3. Very important move. So for this reason, c5. c5 is the main move. And here, not knight c3, because after knight c3, this is a transposition to the main line of Yugoslavian system, Yugoslavian variation. So a3 a3, very important option. Yeah. Then I want to play b4, and if black tops before with knight d7, rook to a2. So unusual, yeah, unusual move, but I want to play before. Yes, I want to win the knight. Yeah, and this is a critical position. Yeah, this is a critical position. When I started to play this, I studied the game of Alexei Fedorov, who played with black and who was totally destroyed by white, by white's player Andrei Kharitonov. So it was the game Kharitonov Fedorov was played in 1997. Important game, a3, knight d7, rook to a2, knight to e5, b3 to protect this pawn, rook to b8, a4, a6, knight to a3. Yeah, also very clever, yeah, because not knight c3, because in case of knight c3, there is knight c4, and the knight on c3 is hanging. For this reason, knight to a3, to stop b5, e6, so bishop to b2, e takes d5, c takes d5. The problem that there's knight on e5, this knight on e3 is not a problem because knight c2, so it is very easy for white to improve this knight, and for black it is problematic, yeah, to improve this. So it will be b5 is a principal move, but after this knight c2, yeah, unpleasant position because there is a threat f4, then take on g7, then queen e1 check and take this knight, yeah. Okay, for example, f4, knight to g4, this h3, knight f6, e4, c5, very important before, yeah, and now what to do with this knight? What to do with this knight? In case of this, we can play this. Yeah, this pawn is not strong because this is not a strong pawn. This is a weakness. White has a clear advantage. The game was played f5, f4, knight to g4, bishop to g7, king to g7, queen to e1, king g8. f5, okay. The idea was to take under control e4 square, but now the king is very weak. So bishop f3 was played in the game. Knight to 3, rook b1, bishop d7, knight queen c3. Okay, knight c2 just to exchange this knight there. Yeah, and now I think it was played e4. And we see that this is typical position for this setup when the knight is on e5. So white white start the play in the center, and also it is very easy for white to develop the king side attack because the knight is on e5 and white have a piece up. Yes, white has an extra piece here because of this knight, and it's very easy for white to start an attack on the king side. So what else? What else? Few words about this. Yeah, rook a2. Also, there is typical b6. So many players they don't understand. Okay, I play. Why I I have no fear about before move, and I have just knight b7, and what is the problem with it? Yeah, but it's not right evaluation because after this is a very bad piece. E5 d takes for example, yeah, queen to b3, queen to b3, queen to 7, knight to c3, rook b8, rook d1, and again clear advantage for white because very bad knight on b7, and d6 pawn, the king is weak, so positionally it's clear advantage. Yeah, very logical take and e5. This is a problematic. This is a main plan, and as white we have to know this plan. And sometimes in such type of positions, I believe something like before, with the idea just to stop this, or even for example, in this position, sometimes I play b5. So because I don't want to I don't want to help black to improve this knight. I want to avoid this. Yeah, sometimes it works very well. I play just on b5 and then black suffer because of this knight on b7. Okay, but in the game was played this. This is a very comfortable structure. Yeah, good. Yeah, knight to e4 with the idea to exchange this. So again, we see that weak position, a very weak king. The black pieces are passive, so white has a clear advantage. Okay. Finally, I want to say that knight c6 very important is to play d5. Very important that we have to play this when the knight is on b1. After knight e5, knight f2 d2. In case of c5, a3, then uh, rook a2. They need to play b5. And in case of c6, very important is knight to a3. You have to remember this is a very important option. So it is difficult to say it's big advantage. Well, no, it's not a big advantage, but it's quite a tricky system, and it's a rare weapon. And I won a lot of games with white in this system. So for this reason, I recommend you this system. Okay, finally, I want to say if you want to get deep knowledge, so more information about this system and other system, I'm available for lessons. And if you want to donate, if you want to support the channel, donate, donate. So you can make donate to my PayPal account. Okay.